Welcome back to the Milestone Moment, where we take top producing agents, ask them their story, learn a little bit about their background. And today, not only a bit about his real estate, but advocacy, Craig Walker with Keller Bellevue. Welcome to the show, Craig.
Thanks for having me, Adrian. Appreciate being here.
There's so much to learn about your background. I guess, obviously, how you got into real estate or anything you want to tell us about the storied past. There's so much to go over. Wow. But tell me a little bit about how we got here today, I guess.
Yeah, loaded question. I've been around real estate for just about 5 years, actually. But it goes back to 40 plus years of, pulling doors and learning how to treat people, customer service, going back to my days in the apparel industry for about 25 years. Wow. Started in bridal, prom, special occasion. Okay. And I actually had a showroom in New York City on the 24th floor at 1385 Broadway in the Garment District. Along came David's Bridal, the $300 off-the-rack dresses in my little mom-and-pop shop stores started to drop. Okay. So I made a little shift. Yeah. Moved back to Seattle. I was born and raised here, but moved back here, went into the Western wear business with an old partner friend of mine, Alan. Okay. And traveled the Southwest, selling Western wear, coats and jeans, and along came Walmart and Amazon, and my little mom and pop shop started to drop. Wow. And actually my son was due to be born. We adopted my son Adam, our son Adam, and I didn't want to be on the road anymore. I was a road guy for years, 220 plus days a year on the road. Yeah. Decided to utilize my associate's degree in computer science, and I opened a chain of computer stores here in the Northwest.
No way.
I started with a Plateau Computer in Klahani up on the Sammamish Plateau. Okay. And unfortunately, I had a little health crisis. Oh. Got through that completely. I went on the radio as I was rebuilding my business, opened another store in Issaquah on Front Street, Coho Computer, and I became the Tech Talk guy on KKNW Radio.
No way.
And I had Tech Talk with Craig every Saturday morning from noon to 1. Okay. Preempted every once in a while by Husky basketball or Husky football, but that was okay. And to supplement, I went into a little bit into the hospitality business that you're in here. Yeah. I started processing credit card processing for a company called Heartland that you may be aware of. Sure. Went from there to beyond, and my residuals, I was doing very well until COVID came. Oh, I decided to go into the restaurant realm of credit card processing. Right. All the restaurants closed on the same day. Oh my residuals went from here to here overnight. And I gave a good friend of mine a call who owns a market center, Keller Bellevue. Yep. How long have you been recruiting me into real estate? She said, I don't know, 20 years. And now I'll have my real estate license at the end of the month.
Oh my goodness.
From there, and this is April 1 of 2020. Yeah. Before the end of the year, I was in the top 20% and sitting on their board of directors. Just going into 21, I was announced as new senior faculty. Great. Teaching real estate at Keller Bellevue. I had to ask Carla, I said, senior faculty, is it the gray hair? Can I just be faculty? I got to be senior faculty. Right. And from there became an advocate at Realtors, and there's a long story behind that now too.
No, I mean, obviously that background is, I think, a storied past with pivoting and then reinventing yourself, which I think is a huge, amazing thing that other agents can probably strive towards, which I think is impactful. But obviously now, how did you kind of pivot into advocacy? What drives you to want to be such a difference maker in this industry, which we are super grateful for your willingness to put in the time to that?
Well, I've always been an advocate. Mm-hmm. So, go back to the clothing industry when I was part of the Textile Association, and in tech when I was part of the Federal Cybercrimes Commission, and always either I was on the board at the Downtown Issaquah Association, and
being involved in doing it,
member or ambassador at various chambers of commerce. I've always been about advocacy. Okay. And a good friend of mine, Michelle Hunt, who is a great real estate agent, a great advocate for realtors, said, come on to a meeting. I went to a government affairs meeting, and I fell into the hole. I very shortly thereafter was appointed state director at Washington Realtors, And now I just finished a campaign and won my election as VP-elect of governmental and public affairs at Seattle King County Realtors.
Wow, congratulations.
And what we do is we advocate for our industry, our buyers, our sellers, our fellow real estate agents, and our affiliates, like you. So that's what we do. We're there for our industry to make sure it's better housing, more housing, affordable housing, and even getting into the things for not just affordable housing, but all of our people who own and invest in real estate. You know, we have a thing out there. We call it the equity penalty. Actually called capital gains is what most people know it by. But that equity penalty is penalizing people for making a good choice many years ago. And they made a good investment, and now we penalize them for that. They haven't changed any rules on that in over 35 years, so we're advocating to raise those exemptions from $250,000 and $500,000 for a single and married couple to $500,000 and $1 million. And we're doing things to change to help create more real estate. And to advocate for the best things for our industry. And, you know, we're a huge part of our GDP in our country. We need to make sure that we stay strong, and that will also in turn help our economy.
Now, I don't know how you do it, because time management must be like your ninth superpower, because obviously while you're doing all this advocacy and traveling to Washington, and I see you being so active, you're also having an amazing year in real estate. Tell me a little bit about your team's growth and kind of what you guys have going on the real estate side, just while you're advocating for all these different initiatives.
Well, I'm having an amazing year. I'm having amazing years. I hit the ground running. I really got into creating relationships or continuing relationships that I've built throughout my years. And I took that into creating a very strong, powerful business. And doing that by being that guy. You know, when I started making my calls, early in my career, I made 50 calls and I couldn't make any more. Oh my God, you got your real estate license? Thank God. And what I found out was there are a lot of not so great real estate agents out there. I'm not going to knock anybody, but people were giving me stories about, you wouldn't believe what I went through. You are definitely going to be our guy. Well, as my business grew, to answer your question, so quickly, I had to start leveraging people. I hired a transaction coordinator right away. I'm great at selling and buying homes. I'm not so great at doing the paperwork. So not in my lane. I got to stay in my lane. And when it comes to staying in a lane, I decided that I'm going to do residential. I'm really going to concentrate on my friends. They're all in residential. I come to find out that a lot of my friends are also doing commercial. They have commercial buildings. You have a commercial building. So what did I do? I went out and found a good guy, Joe Hopkins, been 30 years in the industry. Actually, one of the original investors in our market center. I brought him on as my director of commercial sales.
I love it.
I started to get into some land deals, and I don't know much about land. I got to stay in my lane. So I went out and found Scott Nicholson, Eastside Land Brokers, and I brought him in as my director of land sales.
I love it.
What I'm really, really happy about right now is a new partner I just brought on. Her name's Stephanie Stetler. Brings 18 more years of experience. We're probably sitting around 60 or 70 years of experience with all of us together. But she comes as a former designated broker at Sotheby's. She has been in the industry for 18 years, works with a lot of new builds, and we just came together as great partners.
That's awesome.
We are going to keep our own branding, but we're going to create an empire. And I think with our minds together, we can really build something and help build, to create a team that we need with our buyer agents that we're already putting on board, with our listing agents, to make sure that we can service the clients.
Anybody that comes in.
And not be overwhelmed and too busy to take care of those around us who really need help. We're in a service business. We have to make sure that we take care of our clients and take care of them in a first-class way.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. Now, Craig, this show is called the Milestone Moment. It sounds like you've had many moments that have led us to where we are today. but is there one milestone moment where it all changed for you in real estate, or you knew that this was it? This is real estate. Obviously, I know that the credit card processing was part of that. But what is it that you see either after you start real estate that everything changed and maybe we're in the middle of it, or the moment where you just think this is what brought us to kind of where we are now?
I'm going to go back to my second year in real estate.
Okay.
I was on fire. I was just doing deal after deal, and people are coming to me. My phone started ringing when I was asked to take a class with Carla Cross, called Train the Trainer.
Okay.
And Train the Trainer, when you get through Train the Trainer, which I went right through it, you're now authorized to do clock hour classes within the brokerage and be able to teach.
Okay.
And I started teaching a class called Ignite, a class that it's kind of like boot camp.
Okay.
So Ignite at Keller Williams is a 6-week literal boot camp where you learn everything from lead generation to open houses and how to manage your money and how to create a business and how to build a business.
Right.
And as I was teaching one day, I noticed all the students, all of those first-time agents, where I was just a year and a half prior.
Yeah.
Just looking and just paying attention and taking notes and writing down my phone number that I had on the chalkboard and just thinking to myself, doing this is the most rewarding feeling. But on top of that, I get to continue my own education.
Yeah.
Because I've always had a philosophy, when one person teaches, 2 people learn.
Right.
By being able to stay on top of things, by becoming an instructor, I kept on learning more and more and more. And I was able to take those things that I was learning while I was creating a syllabus, while I was talking, while I was taking questions and finding the answers and saying, I don't know the answer to that one right now, but I'm going to write it down and get back to you and learn how to follow up.
Right.
Hey, remember that question you asked me a few minutes ago?
Here's what I found for you.
Here's what I found out for you. And I realized then that this is where I need to be.
Love that.
Because my clients see that in me.
Yeah.
And it's not about my commission. It's not about me. It's about me being able to provide the service that's needed when somebody's making one of the biggest decision in most cases of their lives.
That is amazing. Now, obviously, as you're growing out your team and maybe you're looking for buyer's agents, is there a specific type of person you're looking for? Or is there a way that somebody should reach out? Obviously, you have an amazing passion for helping agents. I'm sure this would resonate with many newer agents. Any insight on how they should get started with you, or what type of people you might be looking for?
Well, I can give out my phone number anytime. Anybody and everybody. There is no transaction that's too small.
Okay.
From a $60,000 manufactured home.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me. I want to help people in real estate. I want to help them achieve their dreams because home ownership is so important. The average wealth level for those that are homeowners is 40% higher than those that are renting. We need to make sure that we provide home ownership for anybody and everybody. And also we need to fulfill the dreams of those who've been living in their homes for years and being able to, in lieu of installing an elevator, moving into something that might be a little bit more manageable for them, or something with a better view, or a view in the first place. There is nothing too big or too small. I do a lot of probate.
Okay.
I'm the exclusive agent for a large real estate law firm that loves to give me deals because I'm able to close the tough ones.
Right.
So whether it's a hard probate with squatters or things that need to happen, or a luxury a luxury listing over the overlooking Lake Sammamish, I'm there to make sure that if I need to pull in somebody to help me, I've got the support around me to make sure that we can deliver the service in any realm.
I love that. Now, 2025 has been an interesting year, kind of to say the least. Halfway through it, anything that you're excited about within your business? Obviously, you're bringing on some new people. For the rest of the year or into next year, either new technology or obviously growing out your additional pillars of fantastic people that you already have. Tell me a little bit about kind of what you're thinking.
So 2025, I've had a really good beginning of the year. First half was great. I can tell you right now, I'm going to be uber busy.
Okay.
For the second half, we have about 23 listings or so.
Oh my gosh.
Coming
That's
up over the next 8 to 10, 12 weeks.
Okay.
We've got a lot of renovations going on. One thing that I do a lot, and that is renovations. I'm a flipper for sellers.
Okay.
I've got a couple of 2 or 3 different programs now. I just added another one where people can get their homes renovated. We can find out things that need to be done without any out-of-pocket expense.
Okay.
Where we finance it.
Great.
Make sure it gets financed and gets paid back at closing.
Sure.
With contractor pricing, so there's no ding for using our services to do something like that. We don't put in an $8,000 floor to get $8,000 back. We put in an $8,000 floor to get $30,000 back.
Yeah.
So I work on spreadsheets to make sure that we are doing the right things to, bathrooms, kitchens, and floors, right?
Yeah.
And a little paint. But to make sure that we do the things that will give a good net positive return for our sellers. And because I've kind of made that my niche, in at least in one of my divisions, that has created a boatload of business.
Love that.
Because, you can only present once.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of things sitting on the market right now. I have not had anything sit on the market right now.
Okay.
Because we talk about how we can present.
Right.
And how we can make things right so that we're not that.
Only get one chance to make a first impression. Is that the idea?
That is correct. You can only present once.
Yeah.
And to be able to present well and to price properly.
Yep.
One of my expressions is when I hear somebody come up with a price for their home, what do you want to sell your house for? My question often is, are you pricing it to live in it? Because you're already doing that, or you're pricing it to sell it.
I love that.
And, we need to make sure that that's done. So because of the system that I put into place, and that comes from a lot of learning. Believe me, I learn every single day.
Yeah.
Because of the systems that I've put into place that are known to work, I am blessed with getting business and repeat business and referral business. And, I really look forward to the end of 2025. It's going to be really busy. And we're going to rock it out in 2026.
Wow, I can feel the energy coming from you. That's super exciting. You've been a fantastic guest. Any parting words for either agents watching the show or potential, buyers that might need your services? Anything that you want to touch on just to kind of wrap our...
it's all about conversations. It's all about relationships and building those relationships. Tell everybody that breathes. If you're an agent out there and you're looking to increase your business, get out there and talk to people. Right. Don't lead with, do you want to buy or sell and invest in real estate? Give me a call. Just start with a conversation.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit. Ask them about their life, about their family, about their job. And I guarantee you when you do that, they're going to say, by the way, what do you do? How's your business?
Right.
And the first answer out of your mouth should be, why do you ask?
Right. I love that. Well, Craig, you've been a fantastic guest. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
Craig Walker, Keller Williams, Bellevue.
Appreciate it.
Thanks
Thank
again.
you.